Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today I'm going to do a cryptogram. So let's start with crypt. Okay, so just a C on the left, let's guess that one. Where do we want to put the C though? Like a CK word might be good. So let's think what we might want to do there. Shack gets some good letters. Slack gets even better letters. Let's do that. We placed the C, but it's not CK. This right word, we have so many letters. Let's see if we can just get it. Interestingly, neither the R nor the L is second. That's where they like to be. So what are we doing here? In fact, this is weird, isn't it? Are we ending in like L something ARP? Feels the most likely, but at the same time, that doesn't work. P something ARL doesn't seem to work. Something PARL. R something ALP? Like, this is a weird word. What's going on here? The only thing that could go second of RLP is the P. So let's look at that. Let's roll that out. We're not starting with R or L. So we'd be PARL or PALR, and neither of those look good. So the new letter is second. So we need to start with R, L, or P. Let's just go through them. So R, and then A, that forces LP. It's somewhat reasonable, but I don't see how it works. I don't actually see a word. So not that. So we don't start with R. We start with L, and then A, RP. Again, I don't see a word. Lirp, lorp. No. So we got to start with P, but then this is like RL or LR. I'm so confused. Okay, I can't figure it out, so we're gonna guess this left word. Maybe we'll get what the last letter is. Yeah. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, so left word. What are we ending in? Like CH, CE? We could try CE. Like an ICE, OCE, UCE, something like that. I see niece. I don't know that I want to guess the double E right now. I'd like to get as many letters as I can to help the right word. It's really tempting to guess price just to try to help out the right word, but I'm not going to do it. There's got to be something better. I don't see how. Oh, actually, I don't like OCE or UCE. I think ICE is the way to go. Niece is the only word I've seen so far. All right, I'm going to guess niece then. There are two E's, and there's an E on the right. Okay, so what are we doing? So the E goes second. We kind of thought we proved that. So pearl. Oh, pearl. Yeah, that was so hard to see, and we placed the E on the left. That's nice. It's not ENCE. It's not EACE. E what CE? EUCE? I don't see how. Ooh, we got some weird words today. Deuce. I think it's deuce. Yeah, deuce and pearl. Both weird words. Cool. That was a tough one. I think I did well. All right, let's do Fibble. And so the way Fibble works is there is a lie in each word, exactly one. So maybe this G should have been yellow or gray. We don't know. But I'm going to assume the G is correct and the I is correct for now. And we'll bring in that A, R, or L. We could do a GRI word. I think that's pretty good, like grime. Ooh, we got what I call an X-wing. Perfect. So we know there's exactly two lies total on the board right now. Basically, Grail and Grime each have a lie, so it's two lies total. One of these G's is lying, though, because they disagree, and one of these R's is lying because they disagree. That's both of our lies. Anything that's not a G or R, telling the truth. Very, very powerful. So that means we either don't have a G or R at all, or we have both GR at the start. So we could look for a word that does this, but I am pretty sure there isn't one. This would be forced if we actually have GR in the word. Yeah, that's not a word. Okay, so these are the lies, and we just don't have GR. So we have the I in place, and there's an M somewhere, and that's all we know. Where do we want that M to go is a really good question. What about moist? Let's try that. Ooh, so we know that has to be the lie. That's great. So we do have an O and an M. They're just not there. So the M is either here at the end. I don't know. M at the end is not unreasonable, like an IOM type deal. Axiom? No, there's no A. Otherwise, that would be cool. What's another option here? Like MIO? Ooh, how about I was gonna say amigo, but there's no G. Actually, yeah, there is no G. I was gonna say this could be lying as yellow, but this gray is definitely true. So there is no G. There's no R. What are we putting before that M though? Because yeah, I don't think there's anything left to put before that M unless it's another I. Imio. No. Okay. So I like. Is there OMI? Is there an OMI? Omeh. I don't see it. Wow, the games have been hard so far. Maybe that'll continue, and this will be a very long video. IOM feels like it's correct, but I don't see a word for it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I want to guess axiom so badly. So OMI. Maybe just like O something I something M. Like this. Oxium. Opium. Opium. Not opium. All right. Well, we know that's true. Oh, what do we think our lie is? If the U is lying, we'd have to unscramble. I don't think there's an unscramble that works here. The O would be forced here. So we would be IOM, and then we would have to do PU. So it would be PU IOM. Yeah, that's not a word. So the U is not lying. We know there's an M in the word, but the M could still be lying. If it was, it would be yellow, and then we'd have to have M second with an I, and then we'd have to move that OP somewhere. O couldn't be first, so we would be like PO or OP. Yeah, I don't think that works. So I think the M is not lying either. We know there's an O, so if the O was lying, that would have to be lying as true, and then we would be this. That also doesn't work. So the P is basically the lie, which I thought it would be anyway, but proven that. So I think we're back to IOM. In fact, IOM is forced, and I still don't see the word, but I keep thinking that it has to be, so just have to come up with the word. What is it? I thought opium would do it. Let's see. We're not using Q. I don't see we're using W. Y, I don't see how. P. If there's a P, then it's green there. I don't see how that works. D or F. H. I don't see how H works. J or K. Z, X, C, BBN. I want to do like onion, but it's an M, not an N. What's this word? We can't start with O. What are we starting with? I don't know. There's no A, E, or U. I could repeat. We could do like I something, IOM. Is idiom. Wow. Yeah, that was hard to think of. Okay, got it. Yeah, that was tough. Idiom is a tough word. Yeah, I had thought about doing the I first, and then I kind of threw that out. Maybe I shouldn't have. All right. Let's do Betweenle. As always, I'll start with lucky. Ooh, very close to lucky. Is there an LU, a really late LU word I can do, or are we moving on to like M, like an early M. It might be early M, but let's see. Is there like an ly word or something? Lying? I could try it. Oh, okay. Good thing I tried it. Lying in 2, can't ask for much more than that. All right. Finally, doing well on a game. The Dordle and Fibble, I succeeded, but it was tough. All right. Let's do a cryptogram. This is a quote by Nelson Mandela. And each of these letters means a different letter consistently. So I like to start with like the short words. Now, I had a tip that 4-letter words that start and end with the same letter, you can always try that, and this usually is, but we don't have any of that, unfortunately. We don't have any that. One of these 3-letter words, probably the, but there's a lot of them. I don't know which one would be the. I'm thinking this might be is the. So let's just see what that looks like. Maybe existence? No, we can't do existence. So is the maybe fist? No. Okay. What would this would be a vowel before the ST probably. We've got A, O, and U left. Maybe is the fast. The V can't be a V, so it wouldn't be vast. Or most. Let's try most. Is the most. This seems reasonable, having the twice. This is probably an N, I-O-N. What would this be? Like, I keep thinking like extinction or something, but it's clearly not that. Maybe we'll get more. What else? Okay, how about this word? So something is the most, wow, a word with letters in it. A lot of letters in it. We use the S, we use the T. Ooh, so this, yeah, what goes before this H? 2 different letters before this H and not using ST. I might have something wrong then. We can use the C. Which? Oh, okay. Is the most, weapon. Powerful. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nice, I like that quote. Let's read it in full. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. Very nice. How'd you do? All right, let's do word 500. What should I start with? Well, last game we got lucky, so let's get lucky again. All right. 1 green and lucky. Let's see if we end in Y. That would be fun. I like to try AY words. There's a lot of them. I would like to find one that uses 3 new letters. Thought of Randy. That's kind of fun. Let's do Randy. 1 green, 2 yellows. So let's say we did have that Y correct. It means we have 2 yellows here. It seems somewhat reasonable, like an R second maybe with an A. So like RA something Y. Like crazy, but no C. Darn, I liked crazy. Gravy. Let's try gravy. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so because we only have yellows here, we're not allowed to use the Y, because the Y would have to be yellow, which disagrees with the greens. So we don't have a Y at all. I'd like to think we got the A right, maybe, just because we need vowels. So let's say we got that A correct. That would mean, okay, we need 3 of R, A, and D. R, A, N are the more common letters. So let's say we just don't have a D in the word. We're using R, A, N. Oh, but we're not using R. Oh, so we have to use D. Sorry. If we only have 1 of R, A, so N and D are definitely in the word. We don't even have to, okay, we don't even have to pick something from gravy. Let's do some logic first. Excuse me. Need some water. Let's do the purely logical stuff first. We know there can't be a Y because it would be green here and yellow here. That doesn't work. First and third guess disagree. Now we know that only 1 of RA can be in the word because there's only 1 yellow in gravy. But we know at least 1 of RA needs to be in the word because 3 out of Rand is in. So there's no G or V. 1 of RA is in the word, but not both. So N and D are in the word. I'm going to use yellow for now, but one of them could be green. Now there is a green and lucky as well. So we have 4 of our letters, an R or an A with an ND, and then an L, U, C, or K. So let's think about what that would look like. I like the idea of the ND staying together and just moving them to the end. Let's see what that would look like. So if we moved ND to the end, we would need a green and Randy. It could be this A. So we could have A and then ND, and then we would need a green and Lucky. It would have to be the L or the C. So at that point, I don't see how we do CND. So it would be LA something ND. And I don't think that's a word, unfortunately. There's a lot more options here. So let's keep looking at ND there. What if we start with R and we throw out that, we throw out the A? We could do a green U here. Unfortunately, round wouldn't work. And I don't see how this works, so that's no good. We're certainly not doing CND. So I don't think we can end in ND then. What if instead we've got something like green N, yellow A? So we would be something like NAD is what I'm thinking. We could even move that D around, like D something NA. DUNA. If I did that, it would have to be DUNA. I don't like that actually. Okay, so what do we know? We know the Y's aren't in, we know the GV's not in. We know that N and D are in, but we don't know their color. Let's speculate a little bit more. Let's bring in this vowel. So U second. That would mean the A can't be the green. It could still be the yellow, though. But what if we have the R instead? RU D something N? Sudan? I don't think it would accept that. I'm going to try it just in case, but nah. Can we start with D? DU? That would force the N to be the green, because we can't make RA green at that point. DUN. We need to use an A or an R somewhere. Doesn't matter where. But I just don't see how that works. Done. Wow, the games have been tough today. Really tough today. Maybe it's not the U. No, that's true. We know these are in, but we don't know their color. So if not the U, what else would be in place? Let's rule out K real quick. So we'd have the K here. What would we end with? Like we have to use ND, and we have to use an A or an R. Like it just doesn't seem like we can't end with the ND or R. We could end in A. We could end in a new letter. If we ended in a new letter, we'd have to fit A and D somewhere. Like Donka. It's a word in German. It would work. Actually, no, AN can't be in the same spot. Never mind. It doesn't work. Yeah, so I don't think we're using the K. How about the C? I feel like C is going to get ruled out as well, because C would go here. That means N has to go elsewhere for sure. And then D would not go after the C either. So we would probably have like AC something D, or like DAC something N. I just don't see it. Or like CAD N something CAD. No, we need the R or the A in place in this case. AC DAC something N, NAC something D. Okay, so yeah, I think it would be the L. If it's not the U, it's the L, I'm pretty sure. So L in place. If we wanted to move the ND around, we'd do LA, because we couldn't put the R in place. And then we would be like, ooh, Leiden. Is it Leiden? It is. Wow, that was tough. All right. I went through every single possibility except for the answer. All right, cool. Well, that was tough. Let's move on. All right, we've got polygonal. We are in Hexpert. We have an 8-letter word today. This letter repeats and this letter repeats. If I did ing, that does repeat this I, and I kind of like that because then we can do like a double consonant here. Like an L would be the first thought. Doesn't have to be an L, but see, this is a problem though. Like, what are we putting here? Like an owing? See, the thing is, you kind of want like a W, right? Like pillowing, right? Or billowing. Those all want a W there. What about like is there a possibility for 3 consonants is what I'm trying to think of? Yeah, like L-I-N-G, actually. We can do middling. Darn, it's not an ing. Okay, well, I think middling was a good guess either way. I think double L here makes sense. I don't think this is double M, so we would have an M somewhere else. This would be an A, E, O, something. Let's try A or E. Does E look good? E looks kind of decent. We can't start with M though, so I'm trying to think, like, would we do double L M? Well met. Maybe some kind of meat. Fell meat. Sounds like something from an RPG. Fell meat. Bell meat. No. We're selling meat. This is the situation where I'm pretty confident I'm going to have to do a filler just because we don't have enough info, but it's also restricted, and it's a bad combination. Tell meal. No, we can't do another L there. Yeah, okay. We're going to do a filler. Let's think about what filler we want to do, though. Robustly is surprisingly intact. We haven't used any letters from robustly, so let's do that. All right, so... Oh, we did use the L, but it confirmed the L's not here. I guess reinforces the L being the repeat here. All we learned was that there's an R. We also learned that we're probably using E's and A's. So I kind of like this EA structure here. This first letter is not M or R, so we'd have to move the M or R over here, like ream or mirror. I don't like either of those. So that probably means not double L? Probably? What if this was double E? We did R here. Or L. No, because we don't have enough room for things. What about double M? That would be interesting. It's like an E, still an EA here, like eel. No, this doesn't look right. What's another filler I could do? I'd like to test the L here. If I could. I could even move it here. I could try R second. Or I want to use the EA, so maybe we'll use the E here. I could do like EL, something EL, like fell. We could even do a double L just to see if the L repeats if we wanted to. I don't think I'm making a word here though. Fell something, or I don't have to lock in that F yet. I thought of parchment. Parchment doesn't fit. Darn. So I think that would give me some good info, but how about like charm? I could do charming. I don't know if that's enough info. I'm gonna do it anyway. Just see what it tells me. Oh, it placed the M. That's actually really lucky. There is an A. Good to know. So if the M is here, it really makes me think this is not double L, or it's not double R. It's not double A, obviously. I don't see how it's double L if we have an M there. There are some words that are basically 2 4-letter words stuffed together, though. So this is possible. Like hallmark. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to construct those words there. When it's 2 4-letter words that have been stuck together and make an 8-letter word out of it, I almost always have to do a filler for those because you don't know which 2 4-letter words you're sticking together. Could have been ballpark, right? In another world. But yeah, things like that are tough. All right, so how many options did we have here? Ballpark was one of them. Ball game, hallmark. Yeah, a lot of these. Middling is in there. Marriage. Cool. Well, at least I found one thing before I resorted to weird fillers. But cool. Let's do the mini. All right, these letters repeat. How about never? Okay, there's an R. Could the R repeat? It doesn't seem likely to me. So let's not do it. Let's repeat a different letter, like harem is fun. Nope. Okay. So maybe starting with R. Could it be a repeated I? Or a repeated the O? Robot. Hey, it was robot. Nice. Okay. At least that one wasn't hard. Let's move on. Let's do symbol. I'll start with blaze, per usual. All right, so we need to decode these symbols. My initial thought is just to say that this blue plus is you got the correct letter symbol. So that would mean LA in place. And then that these red suns are just, none of those letters go there. So we'll just do an LA word like clamp, slant. Let's do slant. Like it's really good letters. Ooh, so that would mean if blue plus is green, that would mean we got SLA something T. Is there a word for that? It doesn't have to be this, but if there is, I would like to guess it, of course. Honestly, I don't see a word. Slart, slate. Slate is not spelled that way. Slout. I don't think this is a word. Even repeating a letter like slast or slout. No. Okay, so blue plus is probably the incorrect letter, which would mean red sun would have to be out of place letter. So we need to start with a Z or E. Ooh, wait, hold on. Does that mean there's a Z in the word? Is it zebra? No, it's not zebra. Because I was thinking ZE. And then, no, the second letter would not be in our blaze. So we don't know what the second or third letter would be. This letter would have to be a letter that was in common between blaze and slant. So an L or an A. Let's choose A for now. And then the last letter would be from blaze, but not L or A. We used the Z. I don't think we start with Z, actually. I don't like AB, and I don't like LB. I kind of like... No, we can't do the L. Hold on. What is going on here? Sorry, L or A fourth, yeah. Fifth letter is B or Z. Ooh. I'm going back to SLA something T. Did I miss something? Slart. Slapped. This is weird. Could that be the out of place? Ooh. So we would be if blue plus is out of place, we'd have the AL swapped. That would be forced. Because it means we got the L. These are the same symbol. So it means the LA were supposed to be swapped. And then the first and last letter would be from S and T. That actually seems reasonable. Like TAL, Talon. Oh, wow. Oh, that was a crazy result. I liked that one. Yeah, I was like, do we really have a Z in the word? Like I usually use blaze for the purpose of saying there won't be a Z in the word. Therefore, we can gain information from that right away. But I was like, I mean, red sun means we have a Z. Oh yeah, it didn't work. Talon, that's great. Okay, cool. All right, last game is Blind Fusele. Let's start with Talon. And we have a lie. The lie could easily be that that L is supposed to be gray, but we're going to include the L. We'll include one of these vowels probably. Now, this is going to be ambiguous between yellow and green. So we may not actually learn whether L was lying, because it could be lying as yellow. But if we include an A or an O or an N or something like that, that could help. Let's try an AL word. It's really tempting to do salon just to like find the lie. But I think at this point, it's not worth it. Let's try cav. That's fun. Whoa. Should have done sav. Unfortunately, this twist, I have to put vowels in these two spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put AE there. I'm going to assume that, you know, the L could... No, that means the L was not lying. There is an A in the word, which means the L was not lying. So we're going to guess valet, which unfortunately is not the answer, but I don't think there's anything else I can really guess here. Right, so it is AL, it is just sav. And unfortunately in this twist, no, we're going to guess valve. Can it be valve? No, it cannot be valve. Oh, darn. Okay, well, I'm going to guess it anyway, because we have to repeat a letter in this guess. And now we're going to guess sav and get it correct. No, we're going to guess have and get it correct. I'm not allowed to guess L. All right. Are there any other possibilities besides have? Wow. Can you believe that I basically knew the answer and wasn't allowed to guess it for 2 guesses? Darn. I think it's got to be have. So I'm going to guess a word like hinge. I'm not going to guess E either. In this twist, you know what? I don't have a certain option on. There we go. In this twist, we're not allowed to use these red letters. So we can't use E, so I can't do hinge. Hingy? No. Can't do hippo even. I'm going to guess habit. I don't know. It is have, so. Okay. Wow, I had to go all the way to the last guess just to be allowed to guess the answer. I could have gotten it here, but I thought it would be sav, which was a perfectly reasonable guess. So. Yeah, here I had to put a vowel where there wasn't. Here I had to repeat a letter. There's no repeated letter in have. And then finally I was like, yay, I can guess it. And it wasn't right. All right, cool. Well, that was a fun way to end. Most of these were really hard today. Yeah, that took a lot of brain juice. Let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.